Today on Legion Cigar Reviews, the Black Market Estelle. Is it any good? As always, let's give it a try. So, today we have the Black Market Estelle. Like I said, it's from Alec Bradley. It's supposed to be a follow-up to their original Black Market cigar. Supposedly it offers complex notes of leather, pepper, and cocoa. It's a full flavored, featuring a 4 country blend from Central American tobaccos, and then a Nicaraguan wrapper. Supposedly it says it got a number 9 cigar of the year. Doesn't say from who or from where, so we'll see how it goes. So first thing I'll tell you right now, when I just took it out of the cell phone a second ago, their odor's very strong on it. To me, it just smells like chewing tobacco, but it's a lot stronger smell than usual. It's got a nice, like, the whole foot wrapper here. It is stuck on there. It is not coming off, so we're gonna have to peel it, which always makes me nervous. I'm afraid I'm gonna tear up the wrapper. So let's see if we can get this started here. That's good. That came off. I still have, well, really, that rings right at about the halfway mark to me. We're gonna leave it on there though. I don't want to take the chance. So let's go ahead and get it cut up. This is the Gordo style, if I hadn't already said so. So I need a little bit bigger cutter. So that's somewhere around 6-inch, 60 ring gauge. That's where Gordo is, if you don't know. Dry draw is pretty bland, to be honest with you. Not really a whole lot there. Maybe it's got a slight. It makes me think of like a watered down cocktail or something. That's kind of the taste I get in my mouth. It's not what it says it's supposed to taste like, but that's what I tasted. So as usual, let's get it toasted. Well, if I have my light, I never have my lighter turned on the right position, ever. So let's get this started. Oh, look at that. Uneven light. That's because it's hot out here today. I got the fan on, it's messing with the flame. That's a little bit better. Alright, so first impression. Honestly, first impression, bland. There's nothing right out of the gate just jumping out at me, but that's not uncommon. You gotta let it build just a little bit. But so as for something supposed to be a full-bodied cigar, I really expected a lot more hitting me right out the gate. But it's not. It's okay. So, I haven't been smoking cigars as long as some of the other people that do reviews and stuff on YouTube. But I've been smoking, and I've noticed, especially here lately, now that I've started doing the reviews and all that, and trying to be a lot more conscious of what I say about the flavor of a cigar. I've noticed that I am a lot more critical of the flavors, and I smoked a cigar last night. Not for review, just hanging out with some friends. And it's the first time that when I just picked it up and smoked it, it's the first time that I like clearly understood the flavoring of chocolate. I don't know if it was just that cigar. I did buy one to do a review on it later, but if it was just that cigar, or if I'm just getting better, my palate's just getting better from smoking. Well, let's get a few puffs into this and see what we find out. I'll be right back with you. Hey guys, we're back. And I've burned actually a little bit of the ash fell off, so this isn't technically my first ash. But first ash, it's definitely a strong, full-bodied cigar. But the flavors just aren't, they're not strong. The flavors aren't strong. At least not yet. Which is a bit of a shame, because you normally like medium full to full cigars, and it's there's no harsh aftertaste or bitterness or anything. So I mean, there's those positives for it. But the only flavor I get out of this is tobacco. What flavors did it say it had? Notes of leather. Well, I never taste leather. I don't understand that one. Pepper and cocoa. I just don't. I don't taste it. I mean, on positive notes though. Even with my crap lighting earlier, it's still burning pretty even. It's not burning hot. Smoke, as you can tell, nice, full smoke. Trying all the little tricks that people tell me. Yeah, I don't taste anything other than pure tobacco. And I mean, it's not, that in itself's not bad. It's not a harsh flavor or strong. It's not like it's not like I'm smoking one of those gas station cigar type things. I mean, it's a decent cigar, a decent flavor, but it's just tobacco. Now, for something that was supposedly the #9 cigar of the year, some year, and it's supposedly a 93 rating. I mean, it's well constructed, I'll give you that. The construction of it, there's very little blemishes on it before I lit it anyway. There are very little blemishes on it, it's packed well, no veininess. Not that I would expect to, but there's no stems or anything come across it. I don't know how much I paid for this one. I don't know if it was a high-end cigar or a low-end cigar. This was actually a Father's Day gift for me. So it could have been either one. Turn the light on here so you can actually see my face. But yeah, so it's just, reading the review on it here, I expected better for the cigar. I expected a lot more out of it, and I'm just not getting it. So that's making, if I'm taking what I read and what I expected from the cigar, is disappointing. If I wouldn't have read this and just smoked the cigar, it doesn't have the flavors of some of the other cigars I smoke or anything, but it's not a bad cigar. I mean, don't take it that way. It's just what it's saying I just don't taste, which again comes back to the thing of, just because I don't taste it doesn't mean you won't taste it. Always keep that in mind. Everyone's palate's a little bit different. Everyone tastes things a little bit differently. And like I said, I've smoked probably hundreds, if not thousands, of cigars at this point. I have never once tasted leather. Not once. So that's just something to consider. Yeah, it's just... Well, we'll keep smoking, see what happens. We'll be back with you when we get a little bit further down, around halfway. Alright, so we are at the about halfway. And, I mean, like I said earlier, there's no flavors developing. It is just straight tobacco. Again, if that, that might not necessarily be a bad thing for y'all. It's not a bad thing for me. It's just not what I was expecting from the cigar. So, yeah, I mean, it's far from a bad cigar. I can tell you that. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, guess we should probably tell you a little bit about Alec Bradley. Let's find out a little bit about him, seeing I'm smoking one of his cigars. So, the Alec Bradley Cigar Company and Alec Bradley Cigar Distributions, Inc. Was founded by Alan Rubin. He named it after his sons Alec and Bradley. Founded in 1996. That's really about it. They did have a the Alec Bradley Crescendo Churchill was named Cigar Aficionado's Cigar of the Year in 2011. It's pretty much all. There's not really a whole lot behind it. It's just something to a little bit of knowledge to know, things to pass along. I mean, when you find a brand that you really like, for me, I like to look into the brand, and I mean, these aren't blood diamonds, for God's sake, but still make sure it's a reputable company. So, yeah, we're gonna finish it all up here in just a minute, but yeah, I mean, it's a nice cigar. I can't say this enough. It's a nice cigar. It's just underwhelming for what it is, for what I expected. And that goes to show you sometimes your expectations can well outweigh what you think based off when you do research on the cigar and you expect a lot of stuff out of it. I often worry about reading about it, like reading, it has taste of leather and cocoa and this and that. That subconsciously means I'm supposed to find it, and I worry about that a lot. But so far, I think I've been pretty honest with them. And everything. So let's smoke it on down to the end here and see what we get up to. Alright, so coming up on the last of it here. Nothing ever really develops out of it other than just the strong taste of tobacco. Again, it's not bad if you like tobacco flavor. If you're looking for more of the flavors that they say are in it, the cocoa, the leather, pepper, it just never developed for me. So there's that. I'd still give it a 7. I mean, it's a decent cigar. 7 to 10. So that's the Alec Bradley's Black Market Esteli. Before we go, I do want to bring up one thing with the 4th of July coming up. Well, at least recording this video, the 4th of July is coming up. Something you might want to consider if you're so inclined. Donate to Cigars for Warriors. It's cigarsforwarriors.org. They just sending troops cigars and making their days better. If it's just something you want to do, they have everything from you can donate a $5 cigars to $10 I see here. I'll have the link in the description. You can go down. It says they've sent over 1 million cigars. Just something to support troops, send them cigars. As you can tell from my hat, former Marine veteran myself. Being over in the sandbox and stuff, stuff like cigars are. You think you pack enough, but you never do. It's hard to get stuff like this over there. So, if you're so inclined, go ahead and send them. And other than that, again, this is Alec Bradley Black Market Esteli, and this is Legion Cigar Reviews. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the alerts, and we'll see you on the next review.